Did you hear that rabbit in there, Navy? There's a rabbit right here. Hey folks, how's everybody doing? As you can see, we've made it to camp. We had to do something a little different on this one. We'll get into the reasons and the whys here in a little bit, but for right now, we're just gonna enjoy being in camp. Beautiful day. I got a spot in the shade, and we've got power. So we're just going to get a few things set up here like we usually do. My name's Dave. Welcome to Van Camp 402. I do have to do one quick shout out for Blake and Beckham, two buddies across the street. It was funny, they asked this morning, like, are you going camping? I'm like, yeah, I think so. Hey, can we get a shout out today? I'm like, so Blake and Beckham, this one's for you. All right, folks, we're gonna keep this short and sweet and simple. We have a beautiful day. As you can see, I have my dogs. I gotta get my leashes out and the rug down. And we're just gonna get into camp here. I'll check back in a little bit. This works really well. Here, I'll show you folks. I just, I use a normal leash. Hold on, stay there. Come on now. There we go. So I just use a normal leash with a handle, and I think these are 20 footers. And then I just run that around there. Hopefully you can see that. I just run that around there through the handle on my running board. And then when the officials come by, and you should always keep your pets on leash in these parks, and we will be on leash. That's a fact. It's a great way to lock the dogs in and be in camp. They don't like it that much, and I should probably use it more than what I do. It's a great option, and it's a cheap option. I looked at, like, Winnebago has their running board that has like a little attachment point on each end of the bumper, which is, or sorry, not bumper, each end of the running board, they have an attachment point. This actually works just as well, and I think almost better. I can kind of move these around as I need. We are in camp. I got to get plugged in. We got to get the screens up and a fan going. Part of the reason we're staying where we are tonight, I have to be back in town early in the morning, and I don't know how much I'm going to film even in the morning. We may cut this one tonight at the campfire. Just giving you a heads up. Got a lot of stuff going on with the van here. Not good stuff either. I don't know if I'm going to plug this one in just yet. We do have some pretty warm weather, and it's finally happening a little bit. I'm excited for where we're at. I think hopefully we can stay in the shade. We may get hit here just for a couple hours in the afternoon, but we're gonna get plugged in and get a big fan going. Man, it's nice. I could tell they had just put in a brand new outlet. I knew right away we were gonna have power. We got our flashing lights. That's always my favorite sign. I actually didn't really necessarily need power today, but with what I have going on tomorrow morning, literally came down to what was closest to get back into town. This is what's gonna work, and this is where we're at tonight. I've had a really busy weekend, and I don't know, hopefully you folks did too. It's just been a beautiful time of year. And man, please, my whole goal with this whole channel, try and motivate people to get outside. This is a great time of year. You do have to deal with a little bit of bugs. Man, get some citronella candles and get outside and enjoy. Explore Nebraska's state parks, Iowa's state parks, and all those free camping options that we have available. All right, couple more things. Like I said, it is a little warm today. Sorry for the fan noise behind you. Man, thankfully I brought two fans. Holy cow. That other one isn't working. We may be looking at a Vornado. All right, let's go get the back one put in and we're set up.
Did you get a drink?
Do you want to go in? Do you want to come in here? No? Folks, we're set up. We're pretty much dialed in. Let me show you camp here. What do I need to do? I need to light some citronella candles real quick. We'll get those going here in a second. But let's show you camp. Come on along. Man, it's warm already. I am sweating. It's showing 90 degrees in the van. That's why I'm thankful to have a bonus fan. This one, the difference maker is not working, and I am not happy about that. I am going to work on that a little bit. I'm going to take the back off, spray some lube in there, and just try and get it going. But we got the van all opened up. Screens are up. See camp here. We might have a guest coming out in camp tonight. My good buddy Mike might be making an appearance. Folks, you guys remember Mike? He with the group of Colorado guys, and he's been on several episodes actually, and actually out here, not in this campground, but in the other one in this park. We watched the I think we watched the NCAA college championship in an episode, and that was a long time ago, but super cool. But I believe Mike might be coming out. I'm trying to get another buddy or two to stop out and just say hi. Being so close to home is kind of nice to visit with friends and family. But as you can see, we're set up here. Got a couple of chairs. As for right now, I'm gonna sit down. I have a hard time doing that. My buddy Dave, Double Dave, I think we were on the Grand Canyon trip. And it was funny, we all sat down for a second and he started a timer. And it was sitting right on the coffee table. And it's kind of running, and then after a couple of minutes, I look and I'm like, Dave, what's your timer for? He's like, oh, it's for you. See how long you can sit still. Oh, I just have that deal where, man, I want to go take a picture. I want to go explore. I want to go hike or go do something, walk around. It's usually photography related. And speaking of, we are going to get our camera out. But I thought it was funny. Dave set a timer to see how long I would sit still. Love being out in the woods. Love being out in camp. I'll check back after a little bit. We're all set up. Oh. Well, does anybody in our group know basic fan repair? I can't get this thing to go. It's a bad day to not have the big fan. It's 90 degrees. Man, it wants to go too. Sometimes if I tip it, to me it feels like it's not getting electricity or something. How much dog hair can we have on a fan? How much dog hair can we have anywhere? My goodness. Yeah, it is not liking me today. Usually I can like spin it a couple times and it'll catch and get going. Do you folks think, is that an electrical issue? It's like it wants to go. Oh, God dang it. I tried adjusting the wires a little bit, see if there was a bad connection. I don't know. It's on 3 right now. Should just be rolling. Ah, it's too hot. It's too hot today to be doing this. I thought about just hitting it. I did spray some lube in there. I kind of cut my hand a little bit. Those things are sharp. It's that really thin plastic. I don't know, I think it's just done. Well, god dang it. Did you see that little guy? I was just sitting here. I was just sitting there and I'm like, God, it feels like something's stinging me on my forehead. Right on my forehead. Oh, he was like getting me, and that's how I was able to kill him. He was sitting right there. Dang it, nature got me. Hopefully it doesn't mess this all up. We can't ruin this. Oh man, enjoying the afternoon a little bit. A couple of logs left for me, so we're gonna use that tonight, which is awesome. Man, that thing's stinging. I can feel it. That thing hurt. I'm gonna have to, I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to bug spray up. I think if I just get me early, like I said, for right now, we're just kind of hanging in camp. We're in a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for coming along. It's that time of year. Sorry, let's talk for a second about the van. I had to turn my phone off, make sure it doesn't interrupt us. So tomorrow morning at 8:15, my van's going back into the shop. I did have a rough go around the first time. Not a rough go around, there were just some things I was challenged by, how my repair was handled before. Hopefully we can resolve those issues and get it done. What has happened, and I don't know if you saw my short or not, I threw another service engine light, and it's I threw it on the code reader, and it's P0345, and it is exactly what I had before, which is a what is it, a camshaft sensor, and I think it said like bank 2 sensor 1. Would that make sense? I have a picture of it. It's going back into the shop. I will have a loaner vehicle, and that'll be nice. I have a really cool adventure plan next week. Of course, the van is completely integral to all of this, right? So it just gets really, really challenging. I get frustrated. We're gonna make it through this, thank goodness. And folks, if you know, looking back, should I have gotten a Mercedes? Maybe, you know, I think that would be my next platform if I could choose, just and solely on reliability. This has been a little ridiculous. I've replaced half the engine. It's got 100,000 miles. I absolutely love my van. Love it. Oh, you know, the other van I've looked at is the GMC Savannah. The only thing is it isn't a high roof. That thing ticks a lot of boxes for me. They have that, I think it's a 6.6 liter V8. I'd kind of like a big engine like that. Just for towing and in the winter, all that stuff. Absolutely love my van. Couldn't love it more, except for these reliability issues. And these are kind of big ones. Like, you're blowing engines. At 50,000, I did have to have my, actually it was before 50,000. Man, I think that was at 36,000. I had the transmission seal, the gasket that runs in there, that was bad and was leaking. That was warranted and fixed. So there's just like big things, transmissions and engines in a vehicle with 100,000 miles on it that, man, I take care of this thing. Every 5,000 oil change with synthetic. I love the inside of it. Absolutely. I love the layout of it. There's very little I would change on that inside. Really like how it's set up. So that's what we're dealing with. So tomorrow morning at 8:15, the van's got to be in the shop. So that means I have to set an alarm and get up early. I'm not used to that in camp. All right, enough of Dave's van rant. One of the things you have here is where we're camped, right across is a beach and a swimming area. 5, 6 o'clock, things get pretty busy. A lot of people swimming today, and a lot of people like from Waterloo Valley will come out just for a day trip, day adventure, and picnic and swim, which is really nice. What a great resource, you know. But what it does is it's a little busy right now. People are kind of getting cleaned up and heading out. So what ends up happening, all those folks go use the restroom and the shower and those types of things, and then they head out. Yeah, see, I got 2 mutter trucks heading out right now. Which is awesome. Thanks. I'm glad they're enjoying the park. But my point of all that is we might start cooking a little earlier rather than later. And man, do I have a really cool dinner planned. One of my favorite things too is using this outdoor table. I know this thing looks horrible. It does need to be wiped. We are gonna have to do a solid wipe off on that deal. But man, do I greatly enjoy. It's so cool being able to have this outside with another platform to cook on. And it actually always works really well. So it's one of my favorite things about the van and camping is using this little outdoor table on the back door. That's how we're gonna cook dinner tonight, and let me show you what we're having. So I did stop, just got some margarine there. We do have, I'm gonna cut up a baked potato we had yesterday. Hey, yeah, no, this isn't for you. I know you'd like that, wouldn't you? But we're gonna cook a this is not for you, girlfriend. I'm gonna cut up this baked potato and just do like cowboy potatoes or whatever in the pan. But the star of the show, look at this guy. So this thing is, it's pretty good size. I can't see, I can't remember the New York strip, but it was $7. They were blowing it out because it expires tomorrow. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do that in camp tonight. So I wanted to try, it's 100% grass-fed and it's called Pre. So we're gonna try beef done differently. It is pasture raised, no added hormones and no sub-therapeutic antibiotics. So it's supposed to be the good stuff. Let's give this a shot. So like I said, this is gonna be our cook station today. Let's make sure everything's turned off. We have power, let's use it. Mike is the one that taught me that one of the first times I went camping. I'm like, hey, why aren't you using your propane stove in the, you know, in his camper at the time? And he's like, dude, I'm gonna use electric. We paid for electric. I don't want to use my stuff, you know, and looking back on it, man, it makes total sense. I'm not going to use my propane that I could save for an off-grid camp or something when I can use power that I'm paying for free. So try and be smart with that stuff. Somehow I lost the foot, but man, do I love cooking outside and on this backdoor kitchen. Love it. All right, we got to get our potato going here. Okay, we got our seasonings and such. We're ready to go. I'm just gonna do a little garlic salt, some black pepper, and some crushed red pepper in the potatoes. Let's probably actually get that burner turned on. Man, folks, I apologize. Editing that last video, I could not believe how dirty my camp stove was. The amount of dog hair in my van, it's pretty incredible sometimes. We're gonna do this potato, the steak, and then also I have a can in honor of chefing outside. Go check him out. In honor of chefing, I have a can of green beans tonight we're gonna do, and I'm just gonna cook that can right on that burner so we don't dirty another pan. And we're just gonna chop these up a little bit. I'm gonna get these going so they get fried real nice, and then we are going to throw the steak in. All in the same pan. As the guys at the firehouse can attest, I am a well done steak guy, and I've always been taught, eat your steak how you like it, right? You know what I was just thinking about? I bet that steak takes just as long as those potatoes to cook. I was gonna put those on sooner, but I think we're gonna get the steak going right now. The green beans definitely can wait a minute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the steak going and the potatoes at the same time. We're getting crazy in camp. But we need to get this thing going. Oh, perfect. I've never had this happen before in camp ever. I had these potatoes. I went in to grab my green beans. Sookie just ate half of our potato. Hey, no. God dang it. That sucks. That's all I've got left. You're gonna get fed in a minute. Wow. That was not, she knows she's in trouble. Hey, no. Bad girl. That was crazy. She doesn't eat anything off a counter, anything like that. And I think this was just too low. And I stepped away for a second. God dang. Jerk. That was mine. I really love those potatoes like that. That frying a baked potato the next day, there's nothing better. Jerk face, ate them. All right, let's season this stuff up. All right, here we go. Didn't realize that was on this whole time. All right, boom. Here go the French style green beans. I threw a little margarine in there. Oh, I gotta go grab a hot pad. That's gonna get warm. That is some campground cooking at its finest, right? I did throw a can of mushrooms in. I just thought that would be good with the steak tonight and the potatoes. All that liquid, I'm gonna burn all that off. We got our heat turned all the way up. And I am getting hungry. I'm looking forward to dinner. And I think it's gonna be a good dinner. We need to check the beans, which is dangerous games, right? That thing's hot. Ooh, this lid's gonna be a problem. I can tell that already. Well, it's not that hot yet. It's not hot. That's not a knife. Who remember, was that Crocodile Dundee? Chefin', how do you do this? Oh, this is looking so good. Yeah, that steak was $7 off. So they must, it was basically half price. Must be blowing them out. And man, I greatly enjoy mushrooms. If you don't, look away. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Pepper in there. Solid. Oh man, those are perfect. Chef, and you're right, man. Green beans in camp. That's where it's at. Losing all my stuff. Folks, we are ready. I'm pulling this. Man, does this look good? Oh, I gotta turn that heat off. Well, I'm getting my vegetables tonight. That's a good thing, huh? Half a potato and a can of green beans. It's a good day right there. How hot is this can? Can we do it? Oh, we got this. We got this. Nice. Sorry, the table's shaky. Perfect. Look at that. Wow, I'm excited. Cheers to a great dinner. Wow, it's really good. I think I did burn my tongue. I had to drink some of the green bean juice. It was the only thing I was shocked by how much juice came out of there. And I forgot I put a little margarine in there. So that must have been what caused that. But I don't think it ruined anything. We just kind of did another round of soaking in something for a minute. Wow. This is a good steak. Really good. I can tell more flavor. I'm gonna work on dinner here a little bit and eat. And as soon as I'm done, our next stop is a fire, I believe. We need the wind to kind of settle a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. And it does feel like some rain clouds are brewing. That's gonna be our next step after this delicious dinner. I'll see you folks at the fire. Can't tell you how good that dinner was. My goodness. Let's grab a couple of our, holy cow, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, we'll be right back. So we got our fire starters. I'm gonna grab a couple of these out of here. My buddy Mike just called and he is gonna come out and say hi for a little bit and camp. So that'll be nice. And right now, let's get this fire going. That's not good. Don't leave broken mason jars around the campfire. Come on people, do better. So there's a couple small pieces of wood in here already. There's a couple of these charred up pieces. I am gonna flip this grate over. I do have two of the fire starters and some paper towels we've been using. Let's get this flipped up. Usually like just to get that out of the way right away. We'll get this going. I can feel the excitement, can you? Somebody must have had there's a bunch of eggshells over there, and then there's a bunch of eggs in here. Somebody must have been getting after it. All right, take two. There we go. Somebody left a little styrofoam in here. It's a good accelerant. So what I'm looking for right now is just to get the starters going. And the starters, once they get rolling good, then they'll get these little chunks of wood going. And then we will have a fire. This fire pit is pretty dirty, and if you think about it, man, this thing's well used. I kind of did a drive-through over like Memorial Day weekend, bringing my dogs out. This place is packed. It's a busy, busy park. And I am floored. We're first week of June in this whole goldenrod loop. I'm the only camper. And how amazing is that in the summertime to still have a campground all to yourself? I don't know if you can tell by the sky behind me, we are getting some clouds building up, and it's getting a little dark back there. I think that rain is going to be coming. I'm going to double check my fire, double check my work, probably say hi to Mike when he shows up. Feels like the wind is working with us. It's kind of blowing out of the west, blowing it that way. What you want to hear, and it always reminds me of a house fire, and that's how you could tell something was actually like burning or not, is by listening. And when the wood starts to pop, that's when you know you've obtained combustion. Sookie, I'm trying to talk over here, huh? When you're building a fire, doing a fire, like when you start hearing those snaps and those pops, that means the wood is taking, and that's where you have good combustion going on. So that's what you're looking for when you get that fire going. Once you start hearing those snaps and pops, you're like, okay, it's going. We're good. We don't need to tend it so much right now. So we are going good here. All right, folks, Mike has shown up. I'll show you our little introduction here, and I'll introduce, and then he and I are going to hang out by the fire for a while tonight. We do have, I don't know if you can tell how much of a chance of rain we have coming. Sook, come here, come here, come on. Come on. Sorry, Mike's pulling in. My dog. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. All right, folks. Mike's here. We will check in a minute. Who is it? For dinner. Good. Was it? Yeah. Why? Oh, you were waiting till after dinner.
Oh, yeah.
This is it. Folks, who did the Grand Canyon?
What's up,
this
YouTube?
Guy.
What's going on?
Who has 2 thumbs and did the Grand Canyon?
This guy.
Mike's here. We're going to hang out for a little bit. We're going to have fire, catch up. We haven't hung out in a little while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, since we've had a good fire and stuff. Yeah. You guys bailed out early on the wedding.
Yeah.
A little disappointed in that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think the kids were going to take over and party.
Yeah. They started playing music I'd never
heard before.
Like the last 12 songs.
Yeah.
Never heard them.
Nice.
Not really. Well, you don't know it, you know,
right,
like to dance or anything. So.
Yeah.
Folks, Mike's here. We're going to hang out by the fire for a little bit. We'll catch up if anything changes. Right?
All right. See ya.
Good morning, girl, huh? Good morning. Do you need a drink? Good morning, folks. How's everybody doing out there? So good to see my buddy Mike show up. That was awesome. We hung around the fire a little bit and swapping war stories. And then towards the end of the evening, he actually started playing some of his music. He has a pretty good playlist thing going. So we listened to some music last night around the fire. Then I went to bed. Like I said, I have to get up. I am up. We have to get going and get this van in. And I think I'm just going to take you folks along on that. It's all part of the camp. All right, let's get this. Will this work? I boogered up the back end of it. Yay! 2 seconds to fresh brewed coffee. Boom! Look at that. All right, our time here is done. Site 74. Highly recommend it. I can't believe I have this whole campground to myself today. It's June. Just crazy to me. And it was so busy just a couple days ago. Like the whole place was just full. So yeah, to have power and this close to home, to be ourselves, just absolutely perfect. All right. Let's rock and roll here. I know it's been kind of a funky little episode, but we are wrapping this one up. They could not take my van because the guy at AutoZone cleared the code, and my service writer was like, I can't do anything without that thing being on. So I rearranged my entire camp, set an alarm for 6 a.m. to get up, to get back into town, dropped my dogs off at home. Oh man, did all this stuff to still be in my van and not have anything changed. Man, car stuff can be frustrating, can't it? But you just got to keep it positive. If this is the worst thing that happens today, I think we're doing all right. So everybody, thank you so much for watching, and all the new subscribers, thanks for being here. Welcome to the ride. And if you have any ideas for camping locations in the Midwest here, or anything around that you think I would enjoy and would be cool, everybody take care. Please stay safe this week. Summertime, boating, swimming, all that type stuff. Accidents can and do happen. So I am going to give you a public service. Wear a life jacket if you are in a river or a lake. Just doesn't hurt, right? All right, everybody, have a great week. Thanks so much for being here. Salute. Well, folks, I hate to jump in at the end of an episode, but this episode isn't over yet, evidently. Last night as I was heading home from golfing, actually, my service engine light came back on, and now I'm heading back out to the dealership. I'm really hoping for a positive outcome on this and something that doesn't take too long. Fingers crossed. We're going to try and keep it as positive as possible. It is now a few days later. I am closer to a big trip I had planned. I'm pulling into Edwards service here shortly, trying to get out of my neighborhood, and we'll check back in just a little bit. We are back in a Ram pickup truck. Do you guys remember this? Done this before. All right. Rear seat. Oh, because my backpack's back there. We got it. So much going on. Let's get our seat belt on. Get out of here. All right. Moving and grooving. Do not be distracted by the new car smell. Do not be distracted by the new car smell. Isn't that always cool? All right, folks. Let's, how do we turn the screen off? Oh man, all this stuff. There we go.